President of the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce, Clinton Orlin, today waded in on the standoff in the National Assembly, where the opposition has passed a no-confidence motion against the Home Affairs Minister Clement Roy. Orlin said that the biggest risks of doing business in Guyana is the political climate. The president of the chamber is deeply worried about the situation that is prevailing in Parliament, which he says seems to be very intractable.
A business person, especially the international, everybody wants stability. If you're going to plan, these guys are going to invest millions of dollars. They want to know that the return on investment could be secured, not for 1, 2, 3, or even 5, sometimes 10 years. And they need that guarantee from our politicians to say, well, this is it. Guyana's history has shown how tenuous the situation is. At any one time, something could happen. 97, even recent, when we had the situation in Linden, some investors were scared off for that. That was a big issue. So anytime anything could happen in Guyana, that's the sense and the feeling you get, because the politicians aren't on the same page when it comes to developmental objectives. And I think they need to start sitting and consider some of those facts. And look, the government also has more responsibility than even the opposition and the other groups, because they're the party in power. And I believe the president has a responsibility to initiate most of the discussions when it comes to compromising.
Orlin believes that decisions of the Speaker of the National Assembly and the processes of the National Assembly should be respected by all parliamentarians.
I think if these guys enter into that situation and the Speaker controls the House, he adjudicates, and his decisions should be respected, and the work of the Parliament should get on and get done, as opposed to bickering and infighting, which does the country more harm than anything else, and does no good for the image of any side within Parliament, because the public confidence when it comes to our parliamentarian, I can tell you, people are angry, and people look at them as the confidence in the parliamentarians is at an all-time low, and that's something we need to look at. We need an expansion of political cooperation and not conflict. The chamber is calling on the parliamentarians to live up to a logic of compromise as opposed to a logic of confrontation.
The Georgetown Chamber of Commerce wants to see more cooperation, compromise, and some level of stability among the political leaders.
And I can only describe the actions of our parliamentarians on all sides, both sides, or three sides, or whatever it is. It borders on alarming immaturity, and I would call it idiocy also. There's much substantive work to be done in the interest of the people of Guyana. There's very pertinent issues such as constitutional reform, local government reform, even local government elections. There's the NIS review. There's the budgetary preparations for next year's budget presentation. There's a myriad of economic issues to be discussed. Issues such as oil and gas regulations, the legislations for that. Those are issues that concern the ordinary people and specifically the members of the private sector.
According to the Georgetown Chambers of Commerce, an historical review has shown that whenever there are political disturbances, the economy suffers. Reporting for Capital News, Royce Hendricks.